Hello everybody and welcome back to Combe Valley Campers.
Today we are fitting the floor system into my T6 camper van.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. That's right, A-Plan are now Howden's. They still do exactly the same in that they will insure your van from the time you buy it until you completely convert it into a camper van and beyond. And if you want an exclusive rate on your next policy, please mention Combe Valley Campers and they will sort you out. Before we make a start, we must apologise for the background noise. We have a fully packed workshop today, plus it's like the hottest day of the year and there are fans running and people moving around, so we make no apologies. It's a busy workshop and we have got some filming and some floor fitting to do. So what do you reckon of our new 9mm ply oak veneered floor?
Oh, it's lovely. I love obviously the pattern running through it. The quality is there, which is
really nice, eh?
I do like it, yes.
So this is a brand new floor that we are offering to you, and we've decided to fit it for the first time to our project VW Transporter. Yes, as I said, this is a 9mm ply CNC cut oak veneered floor, and we've gone for these grooves in the top veneer pattern. We absolutely love it. What we have done is actually keyed it, we've smoothed it off, we've sanded it with some very fine paper, and we have varnished it with a satin varnish, which has given this lovely finish on it, which is nice and hard wearing, and we hope it's going to live for a long time going on, especially with the active lifestyle we have. We have the kids, we have the dog, we have all sorts coming in and out of this van. But we can't just fit a 9mm floor directly to the metal. 9mm we generally don't recommend you fit to any van because it can flex too much. So what we have developed in conjunction with this floor, which is why we said floor system at the beginning of the video, is these 9mm ply inlays. Now what these are designed to do is to make the metal floor in a VW Transporter level. It's designed to sit within all the troughs and grooves of the floor, so when you come to lay your 9mm ply floor into the van, you've got a very, very level floor system. And we heard you. I did a video a long time ago about screwing floors into the van. A lot of people didn't like it, and I hear you. My justification for screwing floors into the van is just that's something that has always been done. It's something we've always been done, and a lot of people were worried about, oh, there's going to be extra holes in my floor, the holes are going to rust, etc, etc. I've been working on camper vans for over 10 years. I've worked on hundreds of vans, and most of them have had floors screwed in. There has never been any significant rust in those screw holes, because 9 times out of 10 your floor is waxed from factory, and even in older vans, a dozen or so holes in the floor rusting are going to be the least of your worries, because it's going to be the wheel arches that start to go first or the sills that start to go first. So don't worry about screwing floors into your van. That is not going to be the problem. That being said, we are bonding this floor into this van, and that is going to be with the likes of a Tiger Seal. You can use pretty much any polyurethane type sealant you wish. We have Tiger Seal in stock. That is what we are going to fit. And in reality, all you need to do is hold the floor down. That's all you need to do. It just needs to be a bond and a cement to hold the floor down and to stop it lifting and bowing. Because the fit of the floor is very, very good. It's not going to wander. And at the back of the van, 9 times out of 10 you're going to have a rock and roll bed at the rear, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to have a full length interior down one side anyway. So you're just using a bond of some sort. I would recommend polyurethane, just to hold the floor down. Let's move on to getting it fitted. So you'll notice that we haven't prepped the floor or sound deadened any of the floor, and that is what we're going to talk about first. what you really need to do, and this goes for any part of your camper van build, preparation is key. If you've got a used van or a heavily dirtied van, you remember the 2K T5, how busy that was? We'll leave some shots now. When we bought the 2K T5, the floor was absolutely disgusting. We had cement, we had metal filings, we had all sorts of crap, and we actually physically had to jet wash the thing out, then scrub it by hand more than once. It took about a day to clean the floor. You really need to clean and prepare your floor first. Fortunately, this is a lightly used commercial vehicle, so all we needed to do was wipe it out. We covered that in one of the first videos, and today all I've done is wipe it down with some soapy water in a spray bottle, and we've got what we have behind us here. So the floor is clean. The next thing you are going to have to do is to remove any bolts, fastenings or fixings that you may have in the floor, and then get those holes covered up. All we have here are the fastenings and fixings for the cargo points, and I'll get my tools ready and show you how to remove them now. So for our inlay panel to go in, we need to remove the bolts from the cargo point. If you are fitting a floor and choose to have the cargo points still in, you can just trim off some of the inlay, but I'll show you later that our inlay panel does actually cover right over these. So Dom, I'm going to give you that tool there. It's on undo, and the bit in there is an M10 multi-spline. 9 times out of 10 you will have an M10 multi-spline in your cargo point, so you just need to undo that, press it down and turn. Yeah, that's it, all the way out. Brilliant. No, now you're doing it back up again. There we go. Right, just use the gun, whip it all the way out. That's it, same with that one. Now, there's a couple of options you have to cover those holes. You can either fill them with a sealant, but in this case, we are going to cover them with some Dead Easy sound deadening. If you could pass it to me, please, that'd be wonderful. And the scissors. So this is the Dead Easy stuff. You've seen this in a previous video where we sound deaden the whole van with it. It's a very easy product to use, nice and quick, and it's such a hot day that this is super flexible, and all we are going to do here is to just cover up those holes. We will be covering the rest of the floor with another form of Dodo product, but for now what we need to do is go around the whole floor, buzzing all of those bolts out, and then covering up with a Dodo Easy product. Right, if you can do those two down there. So now we've covered up the holes in the floor, and if you have some maybe more substantial holes, maybe you've got an XRAC van that's had some big holes cut in it, or you've had some big things bolted through it in the past, what I'd recommend is you seek the advice of maybe a bodywork specialist. You might have to have the holes filled in by plated or welded, but in reality you want to cover up as many of those holes as possible to give yourself the best finish and the best results for a long time moving forward. We're happy with the bolt holes that we've covered up. We're happy with how clean the floor is. What we're going to do now is mock up the inlays, the 9mm ply inlays that we have, see where we need to apply bond, and then we can stick the inlay down, ready for the next stage, which is actually fitting the DodoMat Deaden Duo, and I look forward to showing you that. Depending on which model van you have, be it a short wheelbase or a long wheelbase, you will have 5 to 7 pieces of floor. The first piece we are going to fit is this almost upside down U shaped with some bars across it, and this is going to fit towards the cab of the vehicle with these two parts facing most forward. And the kit is universal for a twin slider as well. Left-hand drive, right-hand drive, or twin slider. And the first inlay fits just like that. It's pretty easy. It's not, you're going to find it hard to get this wrong because it basically fits in here. The second piece, if my wonderful assistant could pass it to me, is that long piece with the two holes in behind you. Wonderful. Now, if you have a twin slider, you don't need this part. If you have a left-hand drive vehicle, this part fits on this side of the floor, but in this case, a right-hand drive van with a sliding door on the left-hand side, this piece fits just in there, okay? The rearmost part, if you could pass me the next big bit, please, Dom, is designed to butt up to the front piece and lays in just like that. Excuse the socks, odd, and everything else, but I don't want to get my dirty shoes in my now clean car. And then there's two more remaining small pieces. And these two sections fit just in the rearmost part of the van, rearward of those wheel arch tubs. And that's it. When you get a long wheelbase vehicle, the only additional sections are in between these two floor sections, because the long wheelbase versus the short wheelbase is 400mm longer. You just need some infill pieces, all right? And if you order a long wheelbase or a short wheelbase, you will get those parts. And that's it. That is the floor inlay. The next thing we need to do is stick it down. Now, we're not using masses of bond, because what we don't want to do is make a huge layer of bond between the metal and the wood, because we don't want to increase the height of this panel too much. So Domi, if you could just pass me the glue gun. In fact, you can come in and do this bit. I need you to squeeze the trigger, please, and put a blob about here and a blob about there. So if you squeeze the trigger, you'll notice it come out. Might take its time. So nice, that's it there, that's fine. And then another one about there. Yep. And then I just stick it on. I'm going to give it a good hard press, wiggle it around a bit, get that bond distributed. So there's going to be no real right or wrong way to do this. I would suggest you just evenly space out your blobs of bond. Make sure you stick them down hard and fast, give them a wiggle. Make sure the thickness of the bond isn't too thick, so you don't raise the sections too hard, and then weigh them down. We've got these exercise weights that were never used. Lay them down on top of the piece of wood, and you can leave that. And on a day like today, that's probably going to take about an hour and a half to set. It will take another 24 hours to cure properly, but in reality, we can smash out this whole floor today in one foul swoop. So I think let's get on with it, shall we? Whilst we're waiting for this first layer to dry, I can go ahead and start fitting the deaden product on the floor. Now, in previous videos, you've seen us cover the entire floor in this product. Now, you can do a number of things. It is entirely up to you. You can just fit sound deadening to it, you can just fit the Dodo liner to it, or you can fit the Duo product in there. Now, we're going to do that this time because, in a sense, wood is a natural insulator for a start, so we just need to fill in the gaps. And as long as we are filling in between the gaps, by the time the new floor goes on, we will have a completely level, sound deadened and insulated floor in one piece using that lovely 9mm ply with the oak veneer layer. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to start mocking up the areas for size, and luckily all the areas are square, so I can basically mock up for size. I'm using scissors in this instance. You can use a cutting board and a Stanley knife with disposable blades, but basically I'm now going to go around, sound deadening and insulating the whole floor. Again, it's a super hot day today, so we don't need to preheat it or anything like that. But what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and fit this product up and over the ribs of the floor, trying to get as much contact area as possible so we can have the quietest and warmest van going. And not only will that do what it's intended to do, but it will, in a sense, keep the floor stable whilst it's drying as well. But it'll fill the gaps nicely and just make for a much cleaner and complete installation. So let's go ahead, finish that job, and we'll bring you back when it's time to fit the main floor. And again, we're bonding that. So yeah, look forward to showing you the finished product. Successfully laid all of the DodoMat Duo onto the floor, and now it's time to actually lay the 9mm floor, the thing we've been waiting to do. And it's going to be exactly the same process as laying the inlay. We are going to be using the Tigersil polyurethane bond in the same manner. I'm just going to lay some lines all over the floor, lay the floor down in the 2 sections that it comes with, making sure the fit is right and the join line is as close as possible. Then we're going to add some weight to it, and in 24 hours we'll be able to show you the result. And there we have it. After fitting the floor, putting the weights down, we have got a beautiful oak veneered ply floor down as well. What do you reckon?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
It's really, really nice. It really brings up the interior style of the van. Rather than an empty van, it's such a transformation from an empty van to now having a floor and having it insulated. It's brilliant. And
it'll be quieter.
Yes.
It'll be warmer. And of course, yes, you can go for our one-piece floors and then a vinyl covering. But this option here, the oak veneer, is a wonderful option to go for. If you like this video, tell them what they can do.
You can subscribe to our channel to support us. You can hit the bell button somewhere around here to get a notification every time we upload a video, and make sure to like the video because it helps us with the reach as well.
It all helps, it all helps. So notifications if you want to see the rest of this build and some of the other projects and some of the how-to videos that we are doing moving forward. If you like this floor, please feel free to take a look down in the description below where you can buy it from our website at www.combevalleycampers.co.uk. And that's about it for now, isn't it?
It is for now. Yes.
Super. Well, thank you as ever to Ali, who's behind the camera. He's been very patient with us recently, and he's providing all the amazing videos that you have been watching. So thank you again to Ali, and we'll see you next time, yeah?
Yep.
See you on the next video. Bye-bye.